bats, and teams, and all the Mets players.
See if they know why Barnhart has two.
Yeah. So it's
catches.
That's always the guess, and that was actually what I thought originally too. He's a switch hitter. So he has one helmet with one flap on one side and the other flap on the other side. So he has two different. So it's funny, we got the so in the dugout, we have the 3 phones that the managers use too. And actually, really 2 of these phones are usually used. The video replay ones, which also goes back to the clubhouse. And so, back in the clubhouse, there's the locker room, but then there's also training facilities. There's a batting cage back there where guys can hit off a tee during the game. There's like an x-ray room. There's a whole bunch of places back there. So if you needed to get in touch with anybody in the back there, you would use this phone. But it also connects to the video replay room, which now we have replay. So you're probably familiar now watching a baseball game. One of the coaches is here on this phone, and you're like, no. The other phone that's used often is the bullpen phone, which goes out to the bullpen, which you guys saw when you were up in the seats out there. This monitor, too, also goes out to the bullpen so that the manager can actually see who is available. It's actually a split screen a lot of times of the seating area, so he sees who's out there, as well as the warm-up, where they're warming up. Now, the phone that isn't often used is the press box. So this is the one we'll go up to the press box. So the press box is above 13, 11, 14 over there. And so the sports writers are up there, and also the official scorers. And so this phone is rarely used. One way it's used is sometimes, like not long ago, Joey Votto hit a home run for the players. So an outfielder playing at Great American Ballpark knows exactly how fast that ball is going to move on that grass to project how fast it is, because it's that same height every single time. Underneath the grass is about 7 feet of sand. And so if you're watching a game on TV, when I learned that there was sand under the grass, I finally started noticing that when someone hits the ball into the outfield and you're watching the Reds and it hits the ground, this like white stuff comes flying out and hits the ground because it's all sand under there. And the sand allows the field to drain really well. And there's actually a drainage system. What'd you say, there's like a mile of pipe under there?
There's at least a mile of piping under there.
All to help drain that water from the field. So in fact, it can rain 3 inches an hour, and it will not puddle up on that field. So it is not the outfield that stops the game when there's raining too hard. It's really the infield. But even that infield can take a lot of rain. So that infield dirt is actually imported from, or I should say imported, but brought in from Western Pennsylvania. There's a company in Western Pennsylvania that was started that actually supplies half of Major League Baseball teams with the infield dirt that they use. And so they mine the clay from Western Pennsylvania, and they ship it to a bunch of different mixing centers throughout the country where they mix it with local silt and sand. And then that dirt is brought into the stadium and brought here. And so what's special about this dirt is that it is very, very absorbent. Actually the Pittsburgh Pirates were one of the first teams to use this infield dirt. And when they installed that infield, they cut their rain delays by half, and rainouts by half.
Did you guys ever have artificial turf here?
Not at Great American Ballpark,
okay,
but at Riverfront Stadium.
Yeah.
There's some here.
Oh, right, down in the center field. There's that little patch of artificial turf. And so, so the infield dirt, really absorbent. And then what's even more important than how absorbent it is it doesn't clump up. And that is the big thing. Because infielders do not like when you have a clumpy infield, when a ball hits a clump of dirt and takes a surprise hop on the green. And so here you don't have to worry about it. And it's funny though, if you look at the outfield, if you watch a game, you'll notice that it's pretty smooth out there and they brush it down, but not clumping up. But actually, in the batter's box, if you're watching, you'll notice that dirt's all clumping up. And they actually put extra material in the batting box and on the pitcher's mound, so it does clump up, because the batter and the pitcher do like to have a little bit more texture on the ground for when they play.